Welcome to Muslim Apologetics Australia. In this segment of the video, we're going to be refuting an allegation made by Nikita Golshani. This individual claims that they were a Muslim for about 10 years and studied Islam and the Quran. In fact, they say that they were even forced to learn the Quran, but we're going to show what a liar and deceitful person this is. And don't be fooled. There are many people like this who are hypocrites, liars who are distorting and claiming that they were previously Muslim and making lies against Islam. They quote Quran's 4 verses 11 about inheritance. The male shall have the equal of the portion of two females. And they say that this is against women's rights. She says, please stop making up a new version of Islam to say that men apparently have, more, women basically have more rights than men. This is the claim that Muslims make. She's saying that this is a lie. Is this really a lie? Okay, let's sum it up. Let me ask you at the end of the day, who gets more of the portion? So Allah balances out the scales. If He gives a certain portion more to a man, there's a penalty to that. A Muslim man, although gets more in the inheritance, did you know that a Muslim man has to provide all the bills, paying the rent, buying a house, feeding her, clothing her and her children, going to work every day, and provide everything under the roof for her? Whereas a woman in Islam, her money is hers. She doesn't need to spend a single dollar on her husband nor on her children. A woman in Islam doesn't even have to pay a mahar to even get married, while a man does. Sometimes that could be in the tens of thousands of dollars. So as you can see, the woman is always looked after. She gets a portion of the inheritance, yes, a little bit less, but when that new man comes and she gets married in Islam, that husband has to provide everything for her. So that is why the Muslim man gets a bit more of the inheritance than the woman. And they say that this is a bad thing. How is it a bad thing when everything for you is for free? Now you come back and tell us who is actually oppressed, the male or the female. This is the reason why Allah allowed the male member to take more of the portion. So let us sum it up again. I, as a man, have to buy her house, pay for a rent, buy a car, buy her a mobile phone, pay her bills, buy her clothes, buy her food. For the rest of my life, I have to do that for her. But she does not need to spend a single dollar. Anything she does is from her own optional desires. Man is mandated to be the sole provider. Yet you want to complain why the Quran gives the male member more of the portion inheritance? Shame on you. Shame on the Islam that you learnt, you faker. Islam honored the woman so much that she can sit at home in her own comfort, drink her cold lemonade, watching her favorite TV show, everything paid for, while the man is out there, blood and sweat, having to work to provide for her. What a stupid, senseless, uneducated lie this person is. They were never a Muslim. If they were a Muslim and if they were educated in Islam, they would never make such an accusation. You know, there may be an argument to say, well, what if she can't get married? What does she do then? Well, the next of kin has to look after her, whether it's her uncle or her father, her grandfather, whatever. The next of kin, the mahram, has to look after her. So she's totally looked after throughout her life. And this doesn't mean that she can't go to work. Of course she can. If she wants to work, she can work. There's no problem. And in fact, if she works, any money that she makes at work, it goes into her pocket. She doesn't even have to spend it in the home. That's only her own optional desire whether she wants to. So, so who is the oppressed, the man or the woman in Islam? In fact, we men should be feminists in Islam, right? We should be the feminist ones. Amazing. Seriously. So in conclusion, Nikita Gulsani is pretty ignorant about Islam, claiming they studied Islam. And as you can see, although it may the mailman gets a bigger of the portion, at the end of the day, he pretty much loses all of it. To who? Who, everyone? Guess who? Well, his new wedded wife. That's right. She takes the money. Yes, she's a Muslim woman. She takes all the money and all the provision and all the food, the clothing, the sheltering. It goes back to the female. You see? And they want to complain. And these ignorant people want to complain. Unbelievable.